your message to ICE agents right now?
Take your masks off.
Assaults against ICE agents are up 830%. What's your response to that?
I don't know about this, to be honest with you, because mis and disinformation is all over the place.
Like, fuck them. That's all I know.
Hey guys, this is Matt Miller with PolitiBrawl Streetcast. Today we're here in one of the richest neighborhoods in liberal Washington, D.C., and we're asking people, as ICE agents face an 830% increase in assaults, what is their message to those immigration officers? Let's go see what they have to say.
California Democrats have unveiled a new bill that threatens to dox ICE agents and cops.
Attacks on ICE personnel have increased 830% compared to last year.
A Texas police officer was shot in the neck while responding to a call outside of an ICE facility.
The rhetoric against the men and women of ICE is skyrocketing, especially by members of Congress.
If everything is legitimate and proper, why are you wearing masks to hide your face?
Folks getting snatched off the street by secret police who are wearing masks.
Every single ICE agent, every single one of them, no matter what it takes, no matter how long it takes, will of course be identified.
Have you guys heard that threats and assaults against ICE agents are up 800% from last year? What is your message to ICE agents right now?
I gotta go. I'm sorry.
What is your message to ICE agents right now?
Take your masks off.
So assaults against ICE agents are up 800% right now. What is your response to that?
I'm a retired law enforcement officer. It's a tough job. You know, you got to go with people with respect. Okay? I mean, I've been put in scenarios where I've probably would have been harmed, hurt if I hadn't come respectful. You're not jacketed thugs. Take your masks off. You're not undercover operatives.
So people are calling
the shit you're getting away with wouldn't last in any other police department in the country.
What should we do with the millions of illegal migrants that came over the last 4 years?
Seal the border, tighten down, crack it down to where you don't have waves and waves and waves. You don't just say, okay, turn yourself into a field office and announce yourself and register. Those who are here, that have been here for generations, serve them a notice, they come in, they get into the system gradually. Nothing happens overnight. To take somebody off the street that's working their ass off in the United States and send them to South Sudan for a death sentence, that's just absolute garbage.
Assaults against ICE agents are up 830% this year. What are your thoughts about that?
That's unacceptable. I mean, I think it's an unfair situation, but then also, we can't have people assaulting our law enforcement and things like that.
Like, them. That's all I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So assaults against ICE agents are up 830% this year. What is your response to that figure?
You said assaults on ICE agents?
Assaults, yeah. And threats, and even Democrat lawmakers are calling to dox them.
Unfortunately, they're doing their job, but I don't think it's personal. But I feel for both sides. It's probably not something that they want to do, but something that they have to. It's their job. I don't think they deserve to be assaulted for it. I feel it's unfair. I feel like it's the same concept as working for Lockheed Martin or companies like that make nuclear weapons. On one side it's immoral, but on the other side it's their job.
I don't think that's right what they're doing. I think that we should move more forward with how everything is going. I think everybody that wants to be here should be here.
Over 10 million illegal immigrants came over the last 4 years under Joe Biden to America. What do you think we should do about that?
I think the people that want to be here and be here, that be progressive, I think that's they should be here. You know what I'm saying? But
we should let them stay. You think, or
yeah, the people. Yeah. The people that want to be here should be here.
Do you know of any other country where you can just go there and stay there forever and not have to get naturalized or go through their immigration system?
Other than Europe, not really.
Yeah, Europe, you can't really do that either. Yeah. You have to get visas and you have to get the proper credentials.
No, I don't.
Assaults against ICE agents are up 830% this year, and Democrat lawmakers have called for doxing ICE agents. What's your response to that?
That doesn't sound like a solution to a problem. That sounds like another problem. So I think, I think it's really complicated, but the current approach is just too fast without enough logical planning that, will help to get to a solution that works.
What should we do with the millions of illegal migrants who came here over the last 4 years, in your opinion?
I don't know enough about the quantities and what the circumstances are, but I think, it's not a problem that you solve by, looking at this, you have to take a super high view and figure out like what the economy needs as a whole and determine like what these various populations, what their role is in our whole society, and then break it down into like a logical plan. So I don't think you can just look at, hey, you're illegal, that's the problem. That's not the whole problem. Like, we have a society that requires people who work at different levels to participate, and so you got to look at it a little bit of bigger picture.
One more for you.
You guys are ICE agents. Hey, I don't care. That's just what it is.
Do I look like an ICE agent?
What it is.
Hey, can I ask you about the mask? So a lot of Democrat lawmakers have recently called for doxing of ICE agents, meaning like revealing their personal information. What do you think that's, should they have a right to
Every police officer out here has a name tag, a badge. They're forced to identify themselves. There's not an officer on the streets of this town or probably anywhere else, if they got involved in anything right now, their identity is going to be outed within 24 hours, either by the prosecutor, the media, or someone on the street. So, they're not CIA operatives in the deepest parts. Every cop, every law enforcement officer is at risk of being doxxed.
So even like their personal address and stuff?
It's all out there. It's all out there.
But do you think congressmen and congresswomen should be called?
That's wrong. You don't need Congress people to push that agenda. That's just the cowardness political people that we're dealing with. But if you're out here on the streets of the United States enforcing the law in whatever capacity, you're a public servant. Your information's out there.
What is your message right now to ICE agents?
To who?
ICE agents, like immigration agents who are deporting illegal migrants?
I think the message is to just they're human just like us. I feel like during this term with Trump, I feel like people are so focused on trying to get rid of people, but I feel like they're also trying to find success in in the way that they know how.
Yeah, so, like they're doing their jobs basically.
No, I don't think ISIS. I mean, well, yeah, no, immigrants. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I think immigrants. All right, they should have rights just like anybody else. I feel like there's no reason for them to alienize them, to patronize them, to hurt their family, because at the end of the day, they're human just like us. I feel like we just get so caught in our differences, and I feel like at the end of the day, we are all one people. We are all one.
So over 10 million illegal migrants came to America during the last 4 years, during the Biden administration. What would your proposal be? Like, what should we do about that?
I feel like we should allow them to stay. I mean, because who are we to say don't come? Because at the end of the day, they're human just like us. They want success for their families. A lot of them left harmful situations from the countries that they were originally from. So at the end of the day, they just want peace at the end of the day.
Do you know of any other country that just lets in people, like that you could just go to and just stay without having to go through immigration processes?
No, sir, I'm not aware.
Yeah, I don't think there is actually.
Yes, sir.
Assaults against ICE agents are up 800% this year. What is your message to ICE?
To fuck off.
Why do you say that?
Because they've been so mean and they're so cruel and they're not working the best professional way you can imagine. There's other ways to get rid of, immigrants, but not that way. They're just doing horrible, disgusting things.
What do you think about the fact that assaults against them are up 800%?
Well, for every action, there is some kind of retaliation. So I don't encourage people or friends of mine to do that, but hell, why not scare them a little bit?
It's awful what they're doing. Yeah.
Why is it awful?
It's awful the way that they are arresting people and just like masking, and they are not introducing themselves, their personal, like their ID, their identity, who they are. It feels like living in the Middle Ages in somewhere, or living under some dictatorship in the Middle East. It's awful.
So over 10 million illegal migrants came across the border over the last 4 years. What should America do about that, in your opinion?
Well, I think, and I did work on immigration stuff for a long time in my life, we have process. Now we don't have a process. Like, no one should be exposed to this terror of being detained in the street, picked up by unknown people, and just thrown in a jail or wherever it is, El Salvador or another like black sites that we used to have during the Iraq War. This is what's going on now. Like, due process is important, and this is what we're missing and losing now in America.
We also have a process for immigration which isn't just coming
There's a
across the
huge
border, right?
backlog, and I understand that. And like the immigration authorities, like they need more employees, they need more authorities, and this is a broken system that is not new to America. It's an old thing. It's an old story. So it's not new, and we have been calling for reforms forever now, right?
Yeah.
But like, the solution is not deporting people in this like inhumane way.
Over 10 million illegal migrants came to America over the last 4 years under Biden. What do you think we should do with those people?
I think we should firstly try to get those people documented. We need a paper trail, firstly. And I think secondarily, we should prioritize definitely sending the bad apples and the bad actors back. Definitely those like tied to any sort of drug trafficking, human trafficking, things
Deport
like
those people?
Yeah, they should get deported immediately. Not allowed to be here.
What about the rest of them that, they maybe aren't criminals, but they did criminally cross the border, enter illegally?
Exactly. They criminally crossed the border, and there I'd say, definitely we should penalize them in some capacity. But I think as far as deportation, it's just a factor of who are you contributing to the country? Like, what are you bringing here? Because at the end of the day, America is a country of immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
My family immigrated here, and so I think it's all about what you're bringing to the table. Because you can't just come here and then, leech off of our social safety nets and then kind of take from what generations of Americans worked so hard to build for their children and their children's children.
ICE agents are experiencing an 830% increase in assaults and threats. So people are targeting them, they're doxing them. What is your response to that?
Oh, you said people are attacking ICE agents?
ICE agents, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like all of this acts of violence is just pointless. Because at the end of the day, like, I feel like it's all for nothing essentially.
Yeah.
Not it's all for nothing, but like, what are we doing at the end of the day?
So even Democrat lawmakers are calling to dox ICE agents. That means like release their personal information, their addresses, so that they can be targeted.
Release ICE agents? Oh God, honestly, I don't even know what to say about that. I feel like that's so crazy. I wasn't even aware of this. So just realizing that,
it is absolutely crazy.
It is really insane. I don't know.
Well,
because I feel like they should be safe as well. Because at the end of the day, they just waking up and doing their job as well. So I feel like we pointing the blame at the wrong. We should be pointing the blame at the people above us.
Assaults against ICE agents are up 830%. What's your response to that?
I don't know about this, to be honest with you, because mis and disinformation is all over the place. I'm very selective of where I get my information from. I understand that there is some really awful things happening, not only against ICE, but against like the law enforcement in general. And sometimes it's happening by mistake. And sometimes because people are misunderstanding what's going on. People, they come to support, they think they come to support some deportation, or to support immigrants who are being deported, but they end up going against some FBI or other law enforcement agents who are doing another job that it has nothing to do with immigration.
Okay.
So there are a lot of things that are happening, but I think we have to stick to the biggest story, which I think no one should be disputing, which is like deporting people in this inhumane way. This should not happen in America. This is not what America that anyone should live in.
So several Democrat lawmakers have actually called for the doxing of ICE agents, meaning like revealing their personal information so that other people can access that and target them.
This is wrong. To be honest with you, I am becoming like one of these people in America who I don't believe in what the Democrats are doing, because like they really were part of demolishing the process in the United States during Biden's, and also I am not like a big fan of what the Republicans obviously are doing.
Yeah.
I'm like a third party person, I think that the Americans, they should get the act together and go back to the Constitution and what they have to process based on the Constitution, not based on the politics, because Democrats are becoming really political and very divisive, and they are not really supporting or helping this country anymore.